Hi,
Hi,
what's your name?
my name is Michael.
Okay, Michael, we're going to be doing a usability test for my wireframes for the new design for Walmart.com. So, what do you first notice when looking at this page?
This page.
Yeah, this is the wireframe for the home page that I designed.
Looking here at this image, it looks like...
It's supposed to be a slideshow with the arrow buttons on the sides, and this would be the Walmart logo.
Okay, so what's going on here then?
It would be images that would be scrolling.
Okay. I guess that was the first thing that came to mind, the main image with others below it.
Have you noticed differences between this page and the current Walmart homepage?
No.
Okay. Now we're going to look at the menu. Do you think the choice of tabs is good? The links where they would go?
Up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it an effective menu? Like, would you change anything about it?
I guess I was first going to say I don't know why checkout is up here if I haven't already put anything in my cart, but it's possible that I could be shopping and then come back to the home page and then want to check out. So sure, search. And probably about Walmart are the two most important ones I would have up there. But
do you like that it's at the top, or would you rather be sides, bottom?
no, I like it at the top, and I think that the title of Walmart being here above the main image kind of still separates it from the menu versus the rest of the page.
Did you notice it stays fixed to the top of the screen when you scroll?
I didn't because I didn't try playing around with it, but I would have.
Do you like that about it? Or would you rather be stuck at the top?
I think I'm indifferent. I'm trying to think about it, and I'm not sure, because usually the complaint about it staying up there is, oh, it's getting in my way when I'm trying to do this or that, but it's close enough to the URL that it's not really threatening getting in the way of anything. And I think that's another reason why it's good up here at the top as opposed to over here on the left. You know, with the rectangulars being wider than taller, that they get more in the way if they were off to the side. So I don't think it's a bad idea.
Okay. What do you think about the location of the email input bar? It's down there.
Ah,
Do you think that's a good spot?
yeah, I do.
Do you think most people will find it easily?
I mean, some people might struggle, like I wasn't sure what this was just because I was looking at the input bar.
Yeah.
For an input bar. But
okay.
yeah, if I was looking at the actual site and it was all decorated and everything, and I wanted to look for the email bar, I would think about the About Us section, and so usually that stuff is down at the bottom, so I think that's a pretty good place to have it.
Do you think it should be above or below social media stuff?
Probably below.
Okay. Do you think the size of the slideshow is good?
Yeah, I think so.
You think that's the best spot for the slideshow is my first thing?
Probably.
So I'm thinking it's going to be auto-scrolling when it's finished, so how long would you expect it to stay for, each slide?
It kind of depends on if there's any words on it. You know, like if you're trying to read something, so if it's only a couple of words, as most images are, probably. I was thinking 3 and that felt too little, and 5 and that felt too much, so probably 4 seconds.
Okay. And now you see the featured section with 3 images. Those would be links to products. Do you think that's a good location for it? Or should it be its own section? Like, it already is its own section, but do you think it needs to be there even though there's a promotional slideshow above it?
I think so, because it's not really hurting anything by taking up the space down there, and you can feature more than one. I mean, you can have the products down here, different brands or products up here in the slideshow.
How much info would you expect on each product, like things like name, quantity, remaining, price?
Well, definitely an image first, and then the name and price and maybe quantity remaining. So I don't know if those are the exact same ones that you just offered, but those are the 3 that come to mind. What am I looking at? what's the name of it if I'm looking for a particular brand that might look similar to another, how much is it and how many are left, what's the priority to get it.
Okay. You can click on the search tab and tell me what you first think when you see it.
I'm thinking I would usually use the search bar more than anything else, just because it's kind of a habit, when you're opening up a Google homepage or you're searching for something, unless you're very familiar with the site and it becomes quicker to look at the department or the category or the grocery that you're looking for, most people are just going to hit the search bar first thing.
Do you think there's a good way to organize the search methods using lists and subheadings inside the lists? If
I were to click on one or the other, what would happen? Would it take me to a department page, or would it just add that in as a keyword filter?
I was thinking it would take you to a page.
Okay. So I guess that's one comment, is that I would kind of expect it. I guess either one would work. If you wanted to go to a department page, you could do that and then search. But the point of having these down here is one way or another to filter down your search. So whether it's adding in automatically into the search bar as an extra keyword or filter, or taking you to a web or a specific subpage that then lets you search through there, either of those would be fine. But usually I would just search for the name or whatever comes to mind.
Do you think featured should be on this page, or stay where it is on the home page?
Probably where it is on the homepage.
So now you can think about how many links there would be on this page if the actual links were here. Do you think it's possible there would be too many?
Just here in these 4 categories, these 4 columns?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Do you think there should be next or previous buttons at the bottom of the page?
For what?
I guess I was thinking taking you between each nav bar topic, but if the nav bar is fixed, do you think that solves the problem?
If the navigation bar is fixed
to the top of the screen.
Does that solve what problem?
Needing previous or next buttons.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, once I understood your question, I was basically asking and offering what I was going to say, that having it up there, when I use the search bar or search button to get here, or I guess the question is also asking if I was on the home page, if I wanted to click an arrow, could I move over? Yeah. Sure, but having it up top I think is easier. I think it's more visual, and I think that having more than one system do the same thing can get confusing.
Would you rather see fewer items in the columns, like fewer popular items, so there's popular items, and then the heading would be linked, or would you rather all the items be there and the heading not be linked, so you wouldn't need to go to another page to see all the items?
Could you say that again and or provide some examples?
So departments, if stuff is popular, like clothing, electronics, and something else, are popular departments, and then we'd have departments linked to an entire page, entire list of all the departments, or would you rather all of them be in this list? Do you think that the headings, do you think that there should be, that the heading should link to a page with the full list, or do you think the full list of headings would be in this list here?
I think the full heading should be in the list. I feel like it's easier to see all of your options in one place rather than kind of try to go through a subfolder system. So I feel like seeing them all in one place and just scrolling down a page of ways to see the departments would be easier.
Okay. You can click on Portrait Phone to get to the mobile layout. And we'll go back to the home page first. What do you think of it? Does it resemble the desktop well enough?
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. The only major difference is your lack of space here under features, where you have a shortage of 2 pictures on either side, but you could either do a slideshow or maybe just have a different featured item come up each time the person opens the app, and this slideshow appears a little bit smaller. But other than that, you have the same effects.
Okay. What should I change about the slideshow? Do you think I should keep the buttons or get rid of the buttons and make it a swiping?
I think I've seen on other websites, not quite McDonald's, but on my own mobile device, that they just have the slideshow without the arrows, and I think that works fine. It gives you the same functionality of having them while giving you the bigger image that might be easier to read or fit more information.
Do you think the size is alright for the page width?
Across the mobile?
Yeah.
Seems right.
Okay.
What would happen if someone were to rotate their device? Does it widen or pretty much stay the same?
It might get a little wider.
Okay.
Okay, you can go to the search page for mobile now. So the idea is we would tap a heading and it would either become an accordion, so it would open up with a drop down, or it would link to another page, so it would slide over to the left and then you'd have a full list. So I was wondering what your opinion on that was.
I would probably prefer the accordion drop down for two reasons. I think it becomes a bit more disorienting when you feel like you're going to a new page. Maybe not for people who are really tech savvy, but for people who aren't as comfortable with mobile apps, it could feel a bit more disorienting. The drop down makes it feel like you're still on the same web page. The goal of most apps, and this one where it's really modeling a website, you want to try to make it as similar to that website as possible. So staying true with what I said a few questions ago, where I would prefer having all of the departments under one place on the same web page, is kind of how I would like this to be emulated as well personally, to see the own drop down come down, or each individual's drop down come down.
Have you thought of any other adjustments you would make to the search page or the home page?
On the mobile device?
On either, yeah. Mobile or desktop.
No, not really.
Do you have any questions about what you just experienced?
Is Walmart going to be changing their website here soon?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably not.
Alright, well no questions.
Okay, well, thank you for participating in the usability test. We really appreciate your feedback. Our learnings from this test will be used to improve the Walmart.com website. Thanks and have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, you can hit stop.
I'll stop the recording again.